I will say I am on the side of the house, and I'm kind of noticing we are having some solid melt. It's all away from the house proper. Any snow that did accumulate right by the house. So that is, to me, that's a good sign because it's showing that the house is in fact still warmer. It feels like an ice box. If you've had that feeling, then you know. But it does. It is kind of going away from the house. The house is probably getting heat from the sunshine too and emanating a little bit more also because of the cement is a good heat center. The metal, I have actually felt it, and I think I measured the temperature of it, and it's actually not as hot as I was thinking, because when you like touch a car in the summer, it can be super super hot. I did, like, under direct sunlight, I did feel this. I think it's like a vinyl. This is it. I mean, it's no, it's. I don't think it is vinyl actually, because you can hear it. You can hear it, and it's definitely like a metal, but it's not. It doesn't maintain its heat like a car might. So I did check that out. But so anyway, because we have the heat probably coming from within the house with the heaters on, and also heat absorption, and then heat emanation, heat radiation. The snow is melting away from the house, but I've not paid attention enough before to recognize how much of this is just solid glare ice in the lawn right now. Like, aside from the melting area, this is all ice. So it must have had a very solid melt, and now it's solid where it melted. So that's just kind of something that I will bear in mind just moving forward, that of course you are going to have more ice, more glare ice directly beyond the house when you have a melt, and versus just the snow. And that's just something I guess I'll file away, and kind of interesting trivia that might not be relevant in the future, but you never know. So yeah, solid ice, and then we have more of the traditional kind of crystallized snow that's kind of going like that. That's definitely got the melt to it. And then we've got it farther and farther towards the street. I'll go over there. Here we've got melting glare ice, which is just becoming the slush, good old Minnesotan slush. So that's good. And then this is kind of where we get the plowed snow, which is why it's kind of gross, because they get it up off the road and they throw it on the sides of the road, of course. And we are very thankful always, but it's just not always the prettiest. We got that ick kind of happening. Kicked it. But it's pretty comparable. You get some chunks of like just pure ice, but that's pure ice. And maybe it does. I did read in a book that once it does have that color, like a darker color, the sun will be attracted. It hits and heats differently when it's a different color, when it's a darker color. So maybe the dark color of the road is attracting more heat, and then it's causing it to melt faster. That's what they say is happening with glaciers. Like, if with compaction, it turns like that blue color. If you look it up, it says that actually increases the melt rate of that compaction, and the coloring in the snow will cause it to melt faster, which is a concern. But I'm curious what factors are coming into play here. Obviously, you can literally see the dirt. It's obviously brown, gross. So, and we do have the pure chunks of ice here, versus on top we still just have the nice, like, thicker chunks, but versus the snowflakes. But it's still very much different. Well, I don't know, because I think this is more glare ice under here too, and that's a darker color also, and that's not really been exposed to the sunlight. So here, but also it might have some salt from the road in it. So I guess that's also something to take into consideration. Have to dig it out a little bit. I should be wearing gloves, but it's so nice out today because it's a nice, beautiful spring moment before we're back in the 30-degree area. But a good time to be out.